What does that mean, inspections not
Cases that are not closed.
Explain what
yeah,
that is.
If there's a finding, then we issue a warning notice until a warning notice is issued or the case determined there's no violation, then the case is closed. If there's a civil penalty, we still have to work with the applicator and kind of negotiate the terms of the penalty. And until that is settled and it has to go back to our AG's office to approve the settlement, the case is still open, and we cannot release information on open cases.
So the public would not know if there's a violation of any of these labels?
Ongoing, open investigations.
Wow.
The document we gave Councilman Hoosier, it did have those inspections on there, but the company, the applicator's name, those were redacted with X's. There is a code there, if you look, and there was a cover letter that said C-Ag or CAR and or WPS Tier 1. If you looked at the code and at the X's, you could understand these are ag inspections still open.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but I guess my concern is if there was a violation,
Yeah.
if there was drift, if there was some kind of application that violated the label, how in the world would the community know enough to go get checked? I mean, is there any provision in that state law that would require, like identity theft?
Yeah.
I cannot die from identity theft. But if somebody breaches my information, they're required by law to let everybody know. That's not provided for by our state law
No.
right now?
On a complaint.
I'm not talking about a complaint. I'm
no,
talking about
yeah.
inspection. I'm talking about an
okay.
inspection that you guys do.
Yeah.
If you come across this violation and it affects pesticide, it affects some kind of something that obviously rose to the level of a violation, that the community wouldn't be notified.
Not until we go through
Not
all
until you
the
resolve the issue
documentations.
and
We
negotiate
have to
a
look
penalty?
at, no,
Okay.
we have to look at all the facts coming in from our investigators.
I understand.
Yeah.
You said the state law requires you to get sales information. That's what the law says. Only
records
sales.
of restricted use pesticides.
Correct. Does the law prohibit or prevent you from obtaining usage information? I understand you already collect that in your inspections.
Yes, that's only for a snapshot in time. So only if we did 5 inspections, that's the only information we would have. If you're trying to get a sense of what is used on an annual basis, you wouldn't have the data.
Does the state law prohibit your department from getting that information?
It's not on our books. So if you say prohibit, it doesn't prohibit, it's just not
So
on
your
our books.
department could,
No,
through administrative
no.
rules or?
Yeah, if those administrative rules come into play, then we would collect.
Okay, and that's done at your department level?
And
Not
at the
through the
state
legislature.
at the legislature.
For the
they would have to
administrative
enact-
rule?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they would have to.
And I
enact that.
apologize for getting quick, but, going quick. Now, does your inspections involve any type of sampling of the air, soil?
Soil
Or is it
samples, drift
specific-
samples.
You do all of that?
Yes.
In your inspections?
Not all. Depends on the type of inspection. If it is a drift complaint,
I'm not talking about complaints. I'm talking
Well,
about your regular inspections.
no.
Okay. Do we ever do random inspections?
Yes.
Where you pop up without telling anybody that you're here? and
Yes.
we're gonna- and does those inspections do soil inspections, drift inspections, and all of that?
No, not necessarily.
But they can.
Yeah, they
The
can.
EPA actually
I'm not interested in what the EPA said or
No, wait,
that.
wait,
I'm interested
but-
in what is being done on Kauai. I'm not really interested in what the paper, books, federal law. I'm interested in knowing what is being done today on Kauai. Is that 10?
Fine.
Okay.
That's what I'm interested in. Because the people are not here, they know what the federal law says. I know what the federal law, I want to know what have we done or what are we doing at the state level to address the concerns of the public. See, I think, I'm going to keep it to questions,
Okay.
because I have comments for later. Now, you talked about the inspections, and what I heard from you was that you inspect everything as it relates to the applicator, making sure he has the protective equipment, making sure that they're following the label, making sure that the applicators are safe. What I haven't heard,
Oh, okay.
how are we assuring that the community is safe in your inspections? That's what, and I hate to sound like I'm attacking the state, but I am. Because the community has come to us now to do something because the state isn't doing it. And they're not getting the satisfaction or the comfort that everything is being looked at. And I understand you only get one person. And believe me, and I think I could get the support from this council to go to the state to do something about that. But even if we had 7, even if we had 10 inspectors, if your protocol is, we're only going to check the applicator to make sure he's safe, we don't need 7.
Part of that inspection is worker protection standard is the applicator. Now we look at the label. Did he make that application in a proper manner? Okay, was the site on the label, dilution rates according to label? The only thing about the drift is when someone complains, okay, and we look at record keeping. Did he log in all the different REI periods, the posting of an application? Those are critical.
And these are all based on, let's say you get a complaint, and I'd be curious to know how many complaints, what the percentage of the complaints actually get investigated?
All of them do. We have to go out to every complaint.
Yeah, I know, but you were coming from Hilo. So if someone calls today and says, hey, my eyes are burning, what's the protocol? What happens then?
Call 911, seek medical attention.
I'm talking
No,
about
this is what we do.
I understand
And then we
that.
schedule to come out and do a.
I understand that, but then it goes to the doctor's testimony where they're coming in, right? Patients are coming in with red, watery eyes, they're burning, they're itchy, whatever, but they have no idea of what's going on in the environment around them to even try to suggest what might be causing it. So this is my question. What is the protocol of your office if a call is made? Granted, you call 911. You call 911, you go whatever. What does the state do as a follow-up to that complaint?
The first thing we always do is arrange to meet with the complainant. We always get a statement first. We meet with the complainant and always meet with the complainant first. Then the determination is made there because every case is different. So we would have to see the situation. If there is a farm nearby, we immediately would try and find out who's making the application, determine what's being applied. And if there is a suspected drift, you could take a sample from a swab from their window or so forth to determine if there was drift onto their property. We've taken samples of people's clothing to see if they claim that they were contaminated with.
Okay, and has that been done on Kauai in the past?
Yes.
And have we found
yes
drift?